There you are.
Oh, hello, Elizabeth. I forgot we ended on you speaking. And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Arcadia Fallen. So, yeah, last time we went to the Forgotten Library, and, Ronan was down there, and he found a spirit locket where he can suck out people's souls, which is bad. And we also found a picture of Elizabeth and Alethea down there with some person with glasses who would, by the way, something that I remembered was that when the bard, Rune, wanted us to make that eyeglass potion, Elizabeth was like, oh, I had a friend who had glasses once, and that's how I know the potion. Is this the friend that she was referring to? Possibly. But yeah, now we're gonna confront her about it. But you know what? There is good news. And that good news is that I have feelings for Michael. That also happened last time. We learned that he's an archivist, which is very interesting. And yeah, we've started a little romance there, which I'm happy about. Okay, let's just jump back into it. There I am, Elizabeth. You have some explaining to do.
How is the demon hunt coming along?
We need to talk. We need answers, Elizabeth, and we need them now.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world happened to put such a serious expression on your face? What did I do? You hand the picture to Elizabeth, and she immediately grows pale.
Where did you get this? About that.
We found it in a library hidden under the town. Among an archivist's collection.
I don't understand. That door was supposed to be sealed. How did you?
Michael's an archivist, that's how. Hi.
Of course. I should have known.
Please tell us what's going on.
Well...
Please, Elizabeth? You must understand that it's better we get the truth from you instead of finding it ourselves. Since when did you start sounding so wise? But you're right. You deserve to know.
First thing first. The locket. Is it safe?
My locket, yes. But if you're referring to the locket that was down there, no. If by safe you mean currently in the hands of the demon we've been hunting, then yes.
Aletherus mercy.
Just what kind of locket is it? And what's Project Mirage?
It's not that simple.
It's quite a long story.
Look.
Then you better get started. Elizabeth takes a deep, shuddering breath.
I see.
I've already shared with you how I once worked as an alchemist for the Empire. The truth is, though, the locket in your hands. Many years ago, I helped build it. The Empire needed a weapon in their fight against the North, and spirit lockets were very effective, but the war dragged out, and eventually the spirits we had used as fuel disappeared.
Really?
You hunted them to extinction.
I wonder...
Or they merely found better places to hide. We don't know for sure, but what is certain is that it started a massive arms race trying to find an alternative energy source for the lockets. That's how Project Mirage started. Ancient records showed that when an abundance of emotion is gathered in a certain location, a spirit might spring to life. A mirror or mirage. Supposedly, they are brittle things, with little shape or form, and dissolve quickly depending on the strength of the emotion they are born from. Like a bad feeling lingering in the air. Our goal was to build a locket that could safely trap and preserve a mirage as an alternative to nature spirits. It would be a near-endless source of energy. With the war raging, there was an abundance of rage and sorrow to pick from. We just needed the right tool.
That seems...
This is... Why have I not heard of this? Even if you didn't succeed, it should be in the Academy's archive. I've read every piece of alternative energy source, or every piece on alternative energy sources in existence, and never once heard about this project.
That's because we succeeded.
Did they bury it?
Huh?
Pardon?
It's not that simple.
Liv was a genius tinker, years ahead of her time, and she succeeded in creating a second generation of lockets, but it was never used in the war. Because mirages are mirrors of human souls, an unexpected feature of the invention was the ability to lock away human souls as well. That seems to be what Ronan was doing.
That seems...
While it is quite problematic, trust me, I realize, I don't understand why it would make you shelve the project. The human spirit doesn't possess any magic. That's why spirits were used instead.
Normal human spirits don't. But what about mages?
tense silence falls over the room.
If just...
You must understand, the Empire was desperate. The people were getting sick of a never-ending war. Alethea kept getting called back to the capital, and every time she returned, she seemed more distant. We knew something was coming, and we didn't want to risk this discovery becoming a weapon to be used against the very people who built it.
Let's see.
So you sewed the locket away.
Yes.
Well, I think you could have sealed it a little better. On Liv's insistence, she still believed that in a time of peace, the locket might be used for good, and so she and the other researchers hid their discovery, locked it away. Many of them were later killed in the Great Cleansing or disappeared north. I too left my post and decided to set up shop in town to keep an eye on things.
I can't believe this.
And when demons showed up, you didn't think that it might be related?
Lethrus, grant me strength.
You've never said that before. Lethrus, grant me strength. I think she wants to kill you for that, Victoria. The demon seal beneath this town is no secret to the Empire, at least not to those who they deem important enough to know. The location was chosen because of its unique situation. In order to build a spirit locket, after all, you need spirits to test it on.
Oh.
That sounds really horrible.
Huh?
How? The demons were sealed away, right? It's not easy and definitely not cheap, but it is possible with the right mages to open a seal like that and drag a single spirit through, do the experiments, and then return it to its prison.
Huh.
That certainly sounds ethical. Those poor spirits.
That's awful.
That's horrible. Those poor spirits.
Uh-huh.
You weren't saying that when they were trying to kill us all.
Well...
Even so, it must have been hard on them.
Is it possible that Ronan, or the demon possessing him, is one of those spirits extracted for these experiments?
Maybe, Caden.
Let's see.
It would certainly explain his grudge against us humans, and also how he knew about the locket and its location. You think this has been his plan all along?
Look.
He went after the alchemy shop to steal your locket. We thought it was because he was going to use it, but he might have known it was the key to enter the library. I wonder, though, how he was planning to get his hands on the blood of an archivist.
I see.
Maybe he was planning to possess you later down the line.
Oh, really?
While the thought is flattering, he couldn't possibly have predicted that I would show up, could he? It doesn't matter anyway. As things stand now, he already has the locket he was looking for.
What would be his next step?
Beats me.
He'd need to charge it.
Oh, well. I was thinking more long-term than that, but yeah, that.
Find a mage he can seal away, so he can use the locket to break the seal.
Well, we've got a few mages here. You guys need to be careful.
His minions have already failed in recruiting Anne and me for this. So who would be his next target?
There's Quinn. Okay, yeah, you thought the same thing. Quinn might be in danger. We have to go warn them immediately.
I agree that it is a possibility, but please remain calm. Now that we know his plans, we have the opportunity to lay a trap.
Oh, really?
Oh, I thought you'd be running straight back to the capital after this to get permission from your handler. Michael.
Huh.
What? I'm merely pointing out that if word gets back to Alethea that the locket is here, you can wave goodbye to any chance of us laying a trap to get it back. Victoria?
I was tasked with putting a stop to this. We can't let Ronan succeed. We'll proceed on our own for now. Alethea did order that we take care of this any way possible without drawing attention to ourselves. This is the best way to do that.
Plus, it's gonna be so cool and fun. We're laying a trap, guys.
That's... okay, then.
Very well.
I can't believe I'm saying this. But thank you, Victoria.
Aw.
Please don't.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. I really like Victoria and Michael's dynamic. It's just so fun. Like, they just bully each other all the time. And they have moments like this.
So what do we do now?
We lay a trap for a demon.
Ooh, I'm excited. Chapter 4, The Mage's Ward.
Okay, so here's the plan. Since Ronan still believes we're clueless about his next target, we have an edge.
We're going to prepare and be ready for when he strikes.
Really?
That seems like quite a lot. What do you intend to do? Stake out my shop? If necessary, that's what we'll do. Oh my.
About that.
I've been working to make some alchemy potions that will be helpful for fortifying the shop. We'll trap him for sure. Maybe you should leave town for a while, Quinn. You could visit Erodas for a few days. Then you wouldn't be in harm's way.
Absolutely not.
I'm not going to hide away. What would my customers think if I just up and vanished like that? And who would I get very obscure ingredients from for my very obscure potions if you left? What about the library then? We can set up a base for you down there. Surely that would be safer.
Look,
It's not like the library is impenetrable. Yeah, Ronan kind of got in there immediately. Ronan has already proven himself capable of entering it despite its protections.
How curious.
Only someone with the blood of an archivist should be able to open that door, correct? How did he get inside? Maybe I just assumed we kind of like left it open behind us and he snuck in.
huh?
That's what I'd like to know. There's still much about our demon friend that remains unclear. Is it not possible that he could also have the blood of an archivist? I don't know. Because Kim said that their parents are dead. I don't know, maybe. Maybe we should go and talk with Kim again? He might be able to give us a bit more insight into his brother's behavior.
Well,
If we can find him, that is. He usually comes to us, not the other way around. But I agree, it's worth looking into.
this is the plan.
We'll bolster our defenses, learn more about the enemy, and finally set the trap. A simple but efficient strategy. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find a way to complicate things.
What?
Let's do our best.
This is it.
Let's do this, everyone. Go team, woo!
Is something wrong, Victoria? You look like you want to say something.
Merely waiting for the gloating to start. Go ahead. Call me a hypocrite.
You should know by now, I'm not really the type to revel in others' misfortunes.
Which somehow just makes this even more frustrating. I criticized you for going against orders, and now I went and did the same. Just like that time.
Victoria, out of all of us here, you have proved to be the one most capable of dealing with problems with a level head and a calm mind. What happened between you and the hunters, I can't say I understand. But I do know that no matter what we might be facing in the future, I trust you to steer us in a just direction.
Anne is right. You really are soft as a jellyfish.
You don't say.
However, I think I needed to hear some soft wisdom for a change. Thank you, Caden.
Anytime.
Well, that was a nice conversation. And yeah, Caden, you are a softie. Okay, we've got lots to do, and we can go to the Forgotten Library now. I kind of want to go there first. Who will you visit? I kind of want to talk to Michael, because, you know, I just want to go straight to him. I don't want to put him off. Hello, my darling. You walk down into the Forgotten Library. Did I say forbidden earlier? Whatever. It's easy to imagine how the place was once buzzing with life, archivists walking amongst rows of bookshelves, working on their next big discovery. Now it is quiet, however, save for a single mage sitting on the floor, surrounded by piles of books. Hi, what you doing? What you up to? Hey there, Michael. What are you working on? Michael looks up, startled by your voice. He looks a bit gaunt, like something heavy is weighing on his mind, but it is easily masked by a smile. Like always. Ah, Morgan. That is an excellent question, one that is incredibly difficult for me to answer. You sit down next to him, and Michael closes the book in his lap, tapping the cover with a finger. I've been searching for this place for years, which, granted, in the grand scheme of things, isn't really that long, but I'm still struggling with this odd feeling of what now? This collection is awe-inspiring. As all the libraries fell, survivors would have brought what they could here, gathering possibly the largest collection of historical records right under the Empire's noses.
Look,
He picks up a book from the pile and flips through it. This is a full record of heirs to one of the biggest noble houses in the central capital, most of them illegitimate by the looks of things. Oh, or this one. He picks up another book. An account of how an incompetent general accidentally ran his army through a quiet farming village during the conquest of the North, and a detailed description of the hoops the officials had to jump through in order to cover it up. Wow, they've got like a lot down here. They really hit a lot, didn't they, about their history? They're all like this. He gestures to the massive collection around you. Rows upon rows of documented history. Detailed accounts of crimes and corruption, the very worst and best of humanity gathered on dusty old pages. So what happens next? What will you do with it all? That's the question of the century, isn't it?
I could live 1,000 lifetimes and not fully understand everything within this library. I came here to find proof. Something that would reveal the corruption of the Empire. But this, the truth is what I expected. That the system is riddled with corruption and pain. And they knew. Everyone knew and did nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, that's a new sprite. I don't think we've seen that one before.
I always believed the more I knew, the closer I'd be to a solution. But I only feel despair.
He chuckles, running a hand down his face. You've never seen Michael like this. Defeated. Oh, Michael. He, aside from him having the same voice actor as Yuri from Fire Emblem, he reminds me of him, like, in a lot of ways, which I won't get into a lot of specifics, because I'm sure a lot of you are like, I don't even know who Yuri is. But basically, Yuri has, like, I don't even know how to describe it, especially if you've never played Fire Emblem, but basically he's, like, connected to these old forgotten people, you know, basically, which gives him these crest powers. But personality-wise, they're also very similar. And also just thinking about this reminds me of, like, Yuri, like, he is down in this place called, like, Abyss, which is under the main area in the game, and down there's, like, a bunch of hidden history. Like, a lot of the stuff that the church essentially wanted to hide from the people, stuff they didn't want them to know, they hid it all under in Abyss, and that's where Yuri lives. Yeah, just, they remind me a lot of each other.
I guess in the end, Rune was right. I would not find what I seek in this place. No gratification, no righteous justice. Just more darkness, gathering dust.
Michael.
I'm sorry.
Michael, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, your pity will do the world little good. We humans tell our children that the world can be changed by heroes, but that is a lie. The world isn't easily changed by anyone. History is a loop insistent on repeating itself. And once you see that loop, you can either live that life in frustration, screaming at the top of your lungs, the truth to people who don't want to hear it, or you can just accept that the world isn't going to change and move on. Oh, okay. Your choice will affect Michael's path going forward. Don't give up on the world. The world is not your responsibility. Oof. Just in case I don't like the response I get. I ran out of pages. Okay, save over the first chapter. I want to say don't give up.
Michael.
If you try to carry the whole world on your shoulders, then of course you're going to collapse under the strain, but that doesn't mean you should just drop everything on the floor instead. You're capable of changing things. Everyone is. It might just be a small thing, like saving a single book in a huge library, but it's still better than doing nothing.
Oh, really?
Better than doing nothing, huh? He stares at the book in his lap again. One lie. If I could expose just one, then that would be a start. Picking one out among all this might be a challenge in itself. It'll take time. Oh. Time I'd rather spend with someone else. Michael. Michael. Oh. Oh. Who might that be? Oh, and who might that someone be? I think you already know that already. Oh my god. Of course, all of this will have to wait till after this whole affair is over. No doubt Victoria would be quite cross with me if I swept away her secret weapon. Oh. Since when did that stop you? I'd like to see you try. You're awful. Since when did the fear of Victoria's wrath ever stop you? A good point. But even still, I must pace myself. There's a time and place for everything. No, come back. Oh my gosh. Gwen is a lovely person. I would hate to see anything bad happen to them. And as for Ronan, I still wonder what his connection to this place is. If his plan all along was to steal the spirit locket here, then he must have been aware he needed both blood and your locket to enter. The locket he could steal, but the blood? I'll have to check in on something.
Okay.
Very well. I should get back to things as well. Let's both do our best, yes? See you around, Morgan. Bye. Oh my god. Michael. He walks off and disappears deep into the library. You leave too. I miss you already.
I'm sorry, Michael. I fear I offended you with my previous comments.
You? Offensive? Caden, you're about as offensive as free cake with your drink.
He's right.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. What I mean is, I'm afraid my earlier comments came across as me suggesting you were hiding behind your smile.
Well, yes. That is the truth, after all.
You... what?
I didn't expect you to pick up on it, though. You are more perceptive than I gave you credit for, friend.
But why, though? What is it you wish to hide?
There are many things in life better handled with a smile, even a fake one. For what it's worth, I usually don't have to do so around you and our other friends.
That, I'm glad to hear. Now, you mentioned cake?
Picked up on that as well, did you? To the tavern.
Aw, that's cute.
Lead on, my friend.
Aw, that's so cute. The reason I had a reaction earlier is after I had just gone on comparing Yuri and Michael to each other, he did the oh yeah, whatever, friend. That's what Yuri always does. He always calls people friend. Weird. What else is Michael hiding? I must wonder. He's so mysterious and hiding behind that smile. Oh my gosh, he's so interesting to me. And oh my god. So I feel like we've definitely got to be on some kind of Michael right now. Did that change anything about him? No? Oh, well, we've got this. Michael has found what he sought, but he isn't happy. The corruption in the Empire runs much deeper than he feared, and he's overwhelmed with the apathy of the people who came before him, who just let it happen. Our romance is blooming. Yeah, I'm on a Michael route, which I'm quite happy about. Okay, by the way, alchemy book. Do we got new ones? No, actually, we don't. I noticed there's all these stars by them. Oh, I don't know how I could do it any better. I don't really know if it's worth doing it this way. Getting the stars, I don't really know what that would do me. Anyways, let's continue on with the Forgotten Library and talk to Victoria. I'm back. You find Victoria in the library, looking at her orb of communication like it holds the answers to life's biggest questions.
Are you okay?
Hey there, are you okay? Victoria tucks the orb away and turns to you with a tired sigh. I'm fine. Why are you here?
You see...
I wanted to see what you're up to. I enjoy your company after all. Victoria blinks, then sighs, looking a little embarrassed.
This is...
Right, sorry, I'm not used to people making social calls. She sighs and looks down at the orb again. This is the first time I've ever kept something from the commander. It's unsettling.
Well...
You made the right decision. We need to use this moment to our advantage. Of course, I know that, and I stand by my decision. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here. She'll understand as well, when we are successful.
Look.
I trust the commander fully. I owe everything to her.
She took me in when I had nowhere else to go, trained me, and gave me a job, a purpose. I will always be indebted to her for that.
The catch?
Really?
It seems rather odd, doesn't it? What was in it for her? Does that matter? I feel like there's something else here between you and her. Something off. Kindness can be extended for selfish reasons. It doesn't change the fact that she helped me at my lowest.
Look.
I was recruited into the Hunters at a young age. My family was so proud. Demon Hunters are revered as heroes all across the North, and I had grown up with the stories of valiant troll slayers and spirit exorcists. The requirements to enter are steep. It's rare that commoners make the cut these days, but I was determined. I went through the training, years upon years of studying. I proved myself worthy and was awarded a blade of my own, the mark of a true demon hunter.
Huh?
What happened? Victoria looks away with a huff, glaring at the wall.
About that.
I made a mistake. I ruined a mission by ignoring the rules, just like I'm doing now. It was supposed to be our first real mission, to officially initiate us as hunters. Two of us were new recruits. We had completed our training together and were so excited to finally prove ourselves. But the demon we were tracking turned out to be a lot more powerful than the scouts had reported. We were losing, and I was forced to make a choice. To save the civilians we were there to protect, or my fellow hunter, my friend.
So...
How does one even make such a choice? Truthfully, in that situation, I don't think that there's a wrong answer. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like the trolley problem, you know? Do you save one or do you save many? However, I will admit it, that I'm a little selfish. I would probably go for my friend. I would.
Actually...
I would probably save the friend.
I see.
I appreciate the honesty. Like, in that kind of situation, I don't know that I could bring myself to, like, sacrifice someone I care about, you know, over strangers. Obviously, I would feel horrible about it and want to save the strangers too, but if it's, like, a friend or family of mine, like, that's who I'm going to be running for. And to be fair, I won't fault anyone for making that choice. It makes sense.
Look.
Humans get attached to individuals. How can you possibly care about nameless strangers? And that's not to say that I wouldn't care, because I would, and I would want, obviously, an option to save everyone, but yeah, I feel like most people are probably going to go for, you know, the person that they care about.
Well...
But hunters are supposed to be different. We're supposed to save as many people as possible, no matter who they are. I made a selfish choice. People died. Normally I would have faced the punishment for my mistake with the demon hunters, but the friend I saved was born into a powerful, noble family. She looks away in disgust.
So...
The whole situation became a huge political mess. People jumping in to defend me for their own selfish reasons, even though all I wanted was to be judged by my peers so I could move on. I wasn't that lucky. My valiant saviors won their stupid battle, and I was dismissed from the hunters with no punishment. I was disgusted by this display of corruption. I didn't want to serve in such a place, so I left.
Well...
Wandering for a time without any purpose, and then I met Alethea. She showed me that there are people within the Empire who care about equal laws for everyone. To me, she's an inspiration for what every knight should be. Oh. Okay. Laws are good, but so are morals. I agree the law must be followed. This one.
I see.
I understand that laws are necessary, but you need morals to balance it out. I don't think you did anything wrong by following your heart. You would only have been in the wrong if you hadn't saved anyone at all. Victoria huffs in disgust. I agree. I agree with myself. I shouldn't be surprised you would look at it that way. Foolish. I know you love me. I can live with that. Really?
Well...
I can live with you thinking I'm foolish. I still stand by my answer. Victoria lets out a sigh, but she's smiling. I respect your opinion. She shifts and looks away, fingers tapping against the sigil on her hip. Anyway, now you know why this situation with the library disturbs me. We should get back to the task at hand and get it resolved as quickly as possible. Also, she cracks a smile.
I suppose that's all right.
If you ever again intend to come to interrogate me about my past, at least bring refreshments. Aw. It's true, you made a joke? I'll host a tea party. Of course.
That sounds nice.
If it means you and I get to spend more time together like this, then I'll make it happen. Victoria chuckles and shakes her head. Okay then, I'll hold you to that. Now let's get back to work. You leave the library. Aw.
Thank you, Victoria.
What are you scheming now?
No scheming, I swear. I'm merely grateful you've decided to keep the library a secret.
For now. Don't kid yourself. This is a temporary solution to give us an edge with our mission. Once the demons are stopped, I have to report this to Alethea.
And I shall spend the time you have granted me wisely. I won't forget this.
Just don't go and do anything stupid that would force me to turn you in.
I promise. You know, I knew from the start that you would be quite the formidable foe to face. I hadn't expected you to be a formidable friend as well.
Oh!
Speak of it to no one.
My lips are sealed.
Everyone in this game is so cute, and I love them all. Oh my god, I just love all the characters in this game. Ugh. Victoria's being soft. She's like softening up to us. I'm assuming we've got more to you now. Victoria agreed to keep the Forgotten Library a secret from Alethea for now, breaking protocol. She is clearly frustrated with the situation and admits thank you, Victoria, to you that the reason she was kicked out from the Demon Hunters was because she once strayed from the law to protect a friend. Okay, who else we got? I notice Anne's not on the map right now. Okay, let's go Caden. Who will you visit? How about Caden?
And then I told him, "Sir, that's not a rose." And he...
We spent the evening at Quinn's. You've all taken turns keeping an eye on the flower shop. Not that you're keeping much watch at the moment, as Quinn has brewed herbal tea, and the two of you are busy sharing your best weird customer stories. Aw. And I was asking him, are you really sure? Because I couldn't come up with a polite way to break it to him that the plant smells like farts, and then... The door to the back opens, and the two of you turn to see Caden walking in, looking awfully tired. I've checked around the shop again, but there's no sign of either demons or Ronan.
Thank you.
Thank you for the help, Caden.
Actually...
Don't thank me yet. It doesn't mean he hasn't chosen to strike.
You look like you need something to warm you up. I'll go brew some more tea.
Quinn gives the man a meaningful look, and then goes into the back. Quinn's a cutie too. Everyone's just so cute and sweet. And I want to be friends with them. Oh. I mean, technically I am friends with them in the game, but I mean in real life. I want to go on adventures with them. Caden leans against the counter with a sigh, and you notice how he seems dimmer than usual. Oh, were you doing your thing where you hide your glowy?
This is...
You used those powers again, didn't you? That's why you're so... I had to.
More of Goldner's men are prowling the streets. It's getting harder to stay out of sight.
You'd think they would have better things to do than just stalk the streets at night with torches.
Really?
You shouldn't make light of this, Morgan. The situation is not good for us. Caden's eyes are fixed on the streets outside the window, but they seem unfocused, somehow, like his mind is somewhere else. Is it your whole emotion thing?
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Caden? You look like there's something bothering you. Sorry. I'm getting distracted by pointless musings.
You know...
Seeing the library and hearing Michael's story, it got me thinking. When we met and Michael said that your people had destroyed his own historical records, I didn't believe him.
I don't understand.
Such a thing would be unheard of in our society, yet I cannot deny the evidence when it's presented to me. I've never really given much thought to how precious my people's collection is. That knowledge is something that people will kill to obtain or to destroy.
How curious.
I suppose I've gained a newfound respect for my elders who have worked so hard to preserve our history, even if I still don't agree with their apathetic view of the outside world. I thought I had to leave to change history, but the act of preserving what came before, that too can be used to change what it is to be. You've changed, Caden. It sounds like the experience has given you some new perspective.
Really?
Perspective, huh?
I have been thinking about what I will do once all of this is over.
We are making a difference here. I'm making a difference by being in this place. I'm nowhere near to making amends for what I've done, but perhaps in time, I will be able to face my elders and tell them what I've discovered.
I wonder.
It sounds like you're planning something.
Well,
You could say that.
look,
If we succeed in preventing Ronan's plan from coming to fruition, then things will continue as per usual. My people won't know about the disaster that their apathy almost permitted. We can't keep living with blinders on until a successful disaster wakes us up from our slumber. It is my duty, I believe, to wake them up.
So,
Now you're talking about duty again, but what is it that you want, Caden?
how curious.
What I want, huh? This time I've spent with you all, despite the hardships, I've never felt so alive. I've always had the desire to explore, to travel and learn about the world. Things up here are so exciting, they change and shift, and I feel like my actions have an actual impact, but that's all the more reason for me to return. My people deserve to know this as well.
I wonder.
What do you think will happen when you return? My elders are not going to be happy with me. I left without permission, stole one of our most precious artifacts, and destroyed it. There will be a punishment for sure, and after that, I'm not sure they will be willing to listen, but I have a duty to try. Oh, okay. You don't have to please them. Do what you feel is right.
About that.
I believe you can change their minds. If this is what you feel is right, then I support your decision completely.
You know,
It won't be easy, but with friends like you encouraging me, it gives me hope. It's a rough road ahead, so I'm grateful. I won't be walking it alone.
You see.
I'm sure you'll do great things. Your people will see soon enough that, or what a great man you are.
it's appreciated.
I thank you so much, my friend. Welcome back, Quinn. The door to the back opens, and Quinn enters the room with a pot of tea.
Ah, so that's how it is.
I see you two have already gotten comfy. I'm glad. They smile and pour the brew, a sweet, earthy scent drifting up with the steam.
By the way,
Now, Caden, you must tell me about the flora that grows in the southern mountains. Caden's shoulders relax, and he smiles back. What do you want to know?
Don't think I haven't noticed.
I'm sure your sharp gaze notices a lot of things, Victoria. You have to be a bit more specific.
This infatuation you have with our alchemist.
Oh?
I see it, and I don't approve.
I approve.
My, Victoria. Are you perhaps jealous? I'm flattered, of course. But you and I both know it would never work out between us.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond to that. I've said my piece. Focus on the mission.
Oh, I am very focused. Don't you worry.
They're so funny. Victoria's response. Yeah, I am not even gonna respond to that. I like that made its way into the banter. Oh my gosh. Ah. So other characters are noticing. Just keeps popping up when I least expect it. Caden struggles with his worth now that the sword is destroyed. Did I read this already? I just assumed it would update. I feel like I read that already. Okay, I guess this didn't update. Okay, how about mime?
So,
Oh, hello, Kim.
you're really going to trap Ronan this time around?
that's the plan.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. It's only chapter 4 of 7, so.
And afterwards, we're going to find a way to bring him back to the way he was.
That's amazing, Mime. I never thought it would be a spirit who'd end up helping me get him back. But I'm grateful.
You seem to be handling this a lot better already. You don't look scared of me anymore.
Well, I'm still a bit scared. But you've been nothing but nice to me, so I really shouldn't be so suspicious. It's just that my brother has always told me to stay far away from spirits, that they're dangerous. He never even let me enter the forest on my own.
That seems a bit...
I know. I didn't question it growing up. But now I can't help but wonder what made him so afraid. It might have something to do with my parents' death.
I am curious about that, like, what happened to them exactly.
You think a spirit?
Ronan never wanted to talk about it, and I was very little, so I can't remember. But it would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Why he hated you all so much.
Kim, I'm sorry.
Huh? Why are you sorry? Even if it was a spirit who killed my parents, that has nothing to do with you. Talking with you, it's clear that my brother was wrong. Spirits are a lot like humans. Some are bad, but some are good too. Just because one spirit did a bad thing doesn't mean that all of you are bad. Good spirits like you shouldn't suffer because some turned bad. That isn't right.
Kim is also a little cutie.
Kim...
I just noticed the time.
Look at that sprite. He's like, whoa.
I was supposed to pick up a package for the baker. Oh no, I gotta run. See you around, Mime.
Are you just kind of fending for yourself now that Ronan's off being Ronan, doing evil things? How are you getting on?
Spirits are like humans, huh?
So...
The two of you seem to be getting along. Kim's really nice. It's a bit hard to imagine him and Ronan being related, actually. Oh no! I was so excited to tell him about our plan, I didn't think to ask about his brother. You know, following the plan is a key element to the plan, right, Mime?
Come on.
I know that. This is just a minor setback. I'll hunt him down again in no time. Ugh, the crowd's kind of thick now. I'll find him though, don't worry. Mime rushes off.
Here, Michael. I have something for you.
A sweet roll? Mime, I didn't realize I was being such a bad influence on you.
I paid for this, unlike some people. It's just, after everything that happened with the library, you look like you could use something to cheer you up a little.
Was I really being that transparent? Or perhaps you are more perceptive than I gave you credit for.
Huh?
Thank you, Mime. And don't worry, I'll be fine. Besides, how could I not be? With such lovely friends looking out for me.
When you say it like that, you sound like you're gonna get yourself into more trouble.
Only good trouble. I promise.
Oh my god, they're all killing me with their cuteness today. Oh, I can't with them. How about the flower shop? You enter the flower shop and aren't terribly surprised to find Anne already there. You did not, however, expect to find her and Quinn arguing. Oh!
I just don't understand why you are being so stubborn. The shop will be fine if you leave for a couple of days. I'll even water the plants for you.
While I would love to see you try your hand at gardening, Anne, this isn't just about the plants, and you know that.
I can't believe this.
Obviously! This is about your safety. Staying here is a huge risk to you, so why?
Because I'm not like you. I'm not gonna run away as soon as an obstacle presents itself.
Ooh. That seemed like a deep cut. Anne looks struck, and Quinn winces.
Anne, I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
Ooh. I don't even know what Anne's past is, and that sounded rough. Anne turns on her heel and leaves the shop, pushing past you without a glance. Quinn sighs and leans against the counter.
Well, that didn't go the way I planned. Sorry, you had to see that.
Are you okay? I don't think I've ever seen you snap like that before.
I try to always stay calm in these kinds of situations. But Anne, I care about her a great deal. And sometimes caring means being incredibly angry and frustrated with each other. I'm afraid it's not the first time we've strayed into this particular argument. I'm not proud of what I said. I'll have to find a way to apologize.
So...
You and Anne argue a lot? Well, of course, we all have our usual friendship quarrels. Who gets the last cookie? Should tea be with or without milk? Stuff like that. But this particular disagreement goes a bit deeper. Anne is such a wonderful person. I fear she can't see the light she could bring to the world. Instead, she hides away in fear, taking the safe route she knows. She has her reasons, and it isn't up to me or anyone else to decide what she does with her life. But Alethra's mercy, that doesn't change the fact that sometimes I just want to grab her by the neck and throw her out in the light where she belongs.
About that...
You mentioned Anne has her reasons for shying away from the world.
Actually,
I understand your curiosity, but it isn't really my place to tell her story. I'm sure she'll tell you herself when she's ready.
Are you okay?
How are you handling all of this, Quinn? You look so calm, but this is a demon we're talking about.
what a mess.
I'm terrified. No use lying about that. But I trust you, and I trust Anne, even if she doesn't agree with me on this. I refuse to live my life in fear. Otherwise, what's the point?
About that...
Is there anything I can do to help you protect the shop and yourself? Hard to say. Elizabeth might know some handy potions, so I'd certainly ask her if you haven't already. Though I think your past encounters with these foes have shown that if they really want to come inside, it's difficult to keep them out.
This is it.
Oh, there were other options there. I thought we were just going back to the question, so I just immediately picked the top one. Whatever, I'm determined now. I won't let anything happen to you, Quinn, I promise.
Thank you.
I trust you, but still be careful, alright?
Tell me about...
With all of this going down, have you had any time to work on restoring the forest?
Actually,
I managed to get something together, yes, but I ran into a bit of an issue that's holding me back. What kind of issue? I need for it to rain. You see, the nutrients in the soil aren't the only thing. Oh, the nutrient... Okay, yeah, I read that right the first time, never mind. The nutrients in the soil aren't the only thing that was removed by the failed ritual. With no plants left to hold on to it, the water dried out as well. A good rain shower would clear this issue up easily, but the weather has been very dry lately, and it doesn't look like it's getting better. So now I'm just stuck here waiting for the rain.
This is it.
I actually have a potion that might help with that. You reach inside your satchel to fetch a vial for Quinn. Oh wow, I already have it. How convenient. This should be good enough to water the area.
that's wonderful.
A water bomb? Oh, of course, that's perfect. We used to play with these at the academy when we were younger. The professors would get so mad. How did I forget? Quinn looks at the vial with a sad sort of smile. Are you okay, Quinn? Oh yeah, I'm just fine, darling. Just got a bit lost in nostalgia there for a moment. Things used to be a lot more simple when we were still kids at the academy. I can't fault Anne for wanting to return to that time. Anyway, thank you so much for your help. I'll let you know how it goes.
I have some questions.
Can you tell me a bit more about your magic? How does it work exactly?
Actually,
There are several schools of magic that are taught at the academy. Most of them require knowledge and training, but nature magic is a field that requires a more natural affinity. Our souls resonate with the life force of nature, and from that connection, we can pull or push to make things grow or wither. There aren't that many of us, and we who exist usually live a more solitary lifestyle away from our peers, preferring the company of nature rather than of other people.
Really?
Why would you choose to live in solitude?
just imagine.
We just connect with nature easier than people. The flow of magic energy we share makes understanding nature like breathing. It's said nature feels the same way. Plants and trees will grow brighter and higher if a nature mage is near, and even spirits are drawn to us because of this connection, all of which serves to alienate us from our peers, so to say.
Tell me about...
What are the other schools of magic?
Did you know?
Oh, well, I'm a nature mage, as you well know, just as you know, and to be a tinker mage. Then there are the illusionists, those who specialize in magic that dazzles and entertains. And finally, the menders, those who study the human body and how to heal and cure sicknesses and wounds. Anyways,
be
bye.
off then.
I should get going and working on some potions then. Okay, Morgan.
Take care.
It's fun. We got some Quinn lore. Anne's back at the flower shop. Do I have stuff in my alchemy book yet? No, I don't need to work on potions. What are you talking about? Let's talk to Elizabeth, maybe. Oh, hello. You find Victoria in the alchemy shop together with Elizabeth.
So, it is you, then? The spirit alchemist?
The people never were that creative picking names for their so-called heroes.
It's such an honor. You were knighted before all the paragons. They gifted you a silver chalice, the highest award for military service.
And it makes for a fine paperweight, but isn't worth much else.
I don't understand, but why are you here? You could be the highest ranking officer on the continent, and maybe even petition to be a paragon yourself.
Don't fool yourself, Victoria. I might not be a mage, but anyone who has been as close to magic as I would never have been allowed into the inner circle of the capital.
But
the world is a complex place, Victoria dear. I have many reasons for being here, much like you have your own reasons for being in Alithia's employ, instead of with the demon hunters.
Victoria leaves the shop, shooting you an odd look on her way out.
Ah, here for some more training.
About that...
Elizabeth, about what happened yesterday.
Just...
Morgan, I'm so sorry for all this. When I took you in as my apprentice, I had put that life behind me. I never wanted you to get tangled up in any of that. Will you forgive Elizabeth? Yeah, I will. Guys, again. Wait, I understand what she was trying to do and I forgive her. I'm still hurt that she would keep this secret from me, but I also want to move on. I can't forgive her for keeping all that hidden from me. Again, just like with Caden and with... Who else was it? I think it was Michael. Was there a third one? I don't, just like with them, I literally don't care. Like, I get it, you had your reasons. I'm not upset.
Okay.
It's okay, Elizabeth, I understand. I'm not mad at her. This doesn't change my opinion of you. You're still my teacher. Mm-hmm. Morgan, you are just...
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Your teacher clears her throat and straightens up. Anne tells me that you managed to tap into the demon spirits during your fight with Ronan last night. This is good. Your skill has progressed much faster than I could have hoped. With this, you'll be able to create potions that are exclusive to a spirit alchemist, though I must warn you, using such volatile energy could be quite dangerous if not handled correctly. Am I gonna have more explosions, because I'm an idiot like before?
I wonder...
Would any of these potions be useful for protecting Quinn?
Yes.
Very much so. I believe it would be wise to start by teaching you how to make protective wards. With your new abilities, you should be able to make some strong enough to keep even Ronan at bay. However, I'll need you to check in with Quinn and pick up more ingredients.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'll go right away.
Thank you, dear.
Once you return, I'll teach you how to use these new powers of yours. Hopefully without ruining the shop. Looks like I'll have to go back to Quinn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got... Oh wow. Wait, how many do we have? Okay. We have... Wait. Okay, so we started on head agronomy. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, we've got 9 to do. That's kind of a lot. Oh, I also wanted to check Does Mime have more? Mime has made friends with Kim. She seems to have gained a lot of confidence lately. Good for you, Mime. There's really nothing new with Caden? Yeah, I guess not. Okay, well, we will go ahead and end today's video here. It always kills me to stop. I just really love this game so much. And these characters. Like I've been saying this whole video, everyone's just so gosh darn cute. I love them all, okay? I want them to become real and be my friends in real life. And yeah, I'm also like really excited for next time because we're gonna be going through with our plan to maybe try to trap Ronan, who's gonna go for Quinn. And I'm very curious to see how that's gonna go. I also just really liked getting, we keep getting more and more lore about these characters. Okay, we got some more about Caden and Victoria. The Victoria stuff I found to be very interesting. And the Michael stuff, we keep like peeling back the layers of him, which there are a lot because he is hiding a lot behind that smile of his. So it's really fascinating to keep learning more. And the little flirting segments that we keep getting, I'm very much liking those. And yeah, I'm hoping we'll get some more with Anne next time because she had that fight with Quinn where she ran off and Quinn mentioned about like Anne likes to run away from stuff, so I wonder what we're gonna learn there. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait until next time, which kills me. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!